Bachman with Potomac Bead Company, and I am going to be doing a product spotlight / little tutorial for you today on our new Delica clasp. So this Delica clasp is designed to, as you can guess based on the name, fit Delicas and kind of enhance your design. We have them available in both gold and the Rhodium silver plated, and they are 20 by 7 millimeters. Inside these Delica clasps are little grooves. There's 3 grooves in the Delica clasp that is going to fit 14 Delicas long. So you can see here I have 3 different colors just to show you those 3 grooves, the cobalt and then the green and the bright lime color here, to show you how they get glued in and what they look like. These are going to be wonderful for loom projects, for a lot of your seed bead projects that you want to keep that color flowing and you don't want a break or a gap like a long silver piece, but you want to keep that color flowing through the project. When you're creating, you can use this clasp with the 3 rings to connect to bracelets or necklaces, or even use it not in a Delica design, but a simple stringing design to add a little bit to your finish. I'm using Delicas because they fit exactly in the channels, and that's what it was designed for. However, you can use other beads in there and in place of them as well. 11 seed beads are going to stick up a little bit, but you can do a center row of 11s and then 15s on the side. You can use all 15 seed beads, stick with the Delicas, or even try to glue something else in there seed bead wise as well. In addition to doing the rows, you can also do patterns. To easily get your patterns in place and to easily glue them down to the Delica clasp in either the gold or the silver, I'm recommending you use E6000 glue. It's a strong adhesive glue, industrial strength as it says here, and it doesn't dry instantaneously. It cures and has about a 20-minute cure time, and then I usually let it sit for about 12 hours or so before using it, and allowing it to dry really, really nicely. Because it's not super fast drying, it's going to allow you to kind of play with and move the beads around a tiny bit. In addition to the E6000, it's also helpful to have 3 size 10 beading needles handy. Because the E6000 glue is going to get put down in the channels, I want you to pre-string or pre-put on your needles your pattern of your rows of 14. So for the one that I'm going to show you guys how to easily do it right now, I have the pattern of the channel that I'll be working with. When you get ready to put your design together, you want to count out your 14 beads. I just have silver lined gold Delicas as well as silver lined opal. So just going that gold and silver to sit inside the silver, so that way I can use it for any project that I want. It'll pretty much match in color. I'm going to put on the 14 beads here, and I'll have you do the same thing 3 times. So I already have 2 of my pattern on those needles. And it's a little bit of a balancing act, kind of keeping it on your needle. If you want to, you could have thread on it too. Slide the thread out. That's another way that you could do it. Once you have your 14 beads on and your 14 bead pattern long, you're going to get ready to actually add them on to the clasp. So I have my beads here in my settings, and I'm going to get ready to basically glue them in to the little opening there in that little groove. To do so, you're going to grab your E6000 glue, and you may also want to have a little bit of a toothpick or a popsicle stick handy, just in case you get a little bit too much glue in the channels. Taking the E6000 glue, I like this one, the 0.18 millimeter ounce, because when you go in and glue, it has a nice small tip that you can kind of control, as well as it's a small bottle, so it does not dry out as quickly. I have just a little reamer here, and I'm going to take it and go through and add it to all of those different channels. You can also move it around with the needle too. So if you have a 4th needle handy, you can do that. Once I make sure that I have it pretty much in all the channel here, I'm going to get ready to start picking up my Delicas. Picking up the first rotation of your needle, push the Delicas together, push the needle kind of down in place, and then with your finger slide the Delicas off the needle, keeping them in a straight line and into the channel. If you have them that they're jumping, you can use your needle here to fix them and make them cooperate so they sit in line. After you have the first row, you're going to continue with the second and the third. And I like to build my lines up here. You can see also you can just put your finger right on top of it, move it over, get your design in there, and the glue will pretty much hold it in place. The bag then that the Delica clasp came in, I'm going to take that and just kind of push the Delicas down. That way any extra glue that might pop up will come off onto the bag and not my fingers. I just have a little bit of residue there. It's as simple as that. If you want to, you could take a little bit of resin and pour it over top, but I'm really not worried about that because the E6000 glue does have such a good bonding strength. Like I said, you can make it in fun colors. You can make it so that you can really use it with a number of different clasps. You can pattern it, design diagonals, have fun creating with these new Delica clasps. If you need any of these clasps or any of the supplies, below the video here for this little product update and tutorial is when the video is published. You can check that out, scroll down, and there's a little down arrow which will give links that you can shop from me online. You can also stay connected with us online at potomacbeads.com and on Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest, as well as subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you like what you see, want to get regular updates on different products that we have coming, different designs that we create, as well as what's going on in the beading world, subscribe and you'll get regular updates when we get videos out there for you. You can also join our Facebook group for beading and jewelry making. The Beading and Jewelry Making group is a great interactive group that you ask to become a member of, and then you can participate in the forum as far as giving new ideas and advice and constructive criticism and getting really inspiration from a wonderful supply of designers and creators just like you. As always, everybody, thank you so much for watching this little product tutorial and little update from me here, and enjoy playing around if you get a chance with these fun Delica clasps in silver and gold.